sand blows. Sand also blows. Okay. I think I have to do it this way. Might be better to just keep Spell Pierce in the draw. So I can, like, high upside Curve Pierce into Impulse. It's probably fine. I mean, there's a chance that this Pierce does nothing, which looks like that might be the case, but... Like Angels. This matchup I think is good, but I did mull the 5, so... Blossoming Sands? I mean, when your Angels deck has no 1-drops, it's honestly probably fine. They literally don't have a single 1-drop in their deck. So they get 3 on-color rare lands? What do you mean? Yeah, actual factual Blossoming Sands. Yeah, it should be a good matchup. My hand's not great, and I mulled the 5, so we'll see, but... Sad within... I really don't want to tap out for Fable next turn, because they're just going to main phase Coco. So I think what I do is take Fire Prophecy and hold up Prophecy Spell Pierce, and then hope that I rip a land in 2 draw steps, then I can go, if they don't play into it, I can go Fable, hold up Pierce the next turn. I think I like doing it this way. Okay. Yeah, I can't play Fable here. I just get destroyed if they resolve Coco. I can even debate them, right? Oh, they're not going to play their land first. Well, they would have shocked last turn if they had a 3-drop, right? Did not play that pre-combat. Yeah, I'm just going to kill the Resplendent Angel, right? Yeah. Kill this homie. Put back Shark Typhoon. Okay, that's good. That helps. I'm still just gonna... Well, I guess I should have done it. I should have played that as a blue source, I guess. Just taking damage for no reason. If I had to pick a general best deck in Pioneer right now, what would it be? General best deck in Pioneer. I mean, probably Rakdos. Pretty easily, I think. No attacks, makes sense. Good draw. So I guess we're just gonna hold up Impulse Pierce. Hope that they don't go land Coco. That's probably worst case scenario. Hopefully they're just clogged up on the other Coco. Yeah, this is perfect. Perfecto. And we get to probably just win the game. Well, we have to find exactly Mutavault, right? Oh, no, that works too, right? Yeah, because now I just impulse the Skyclave. Yeah, that works. Liddy. Love to see it. Thanks for the token. Thanks for the token. Yeah. Like, that's the nice thing about Rakdos, is just, like, you just don't really ever have that many truly bad matchups. You feel like you're always competitive against everything. What just happened? They died. But yeah, creativity into Worldspine Wurm plus Xenagos. I did get creative. So I've been cutting Shark Typhoon in this matchup. I think it's just too slow. It's more of like a value type card. Obviously one of the volleys. I have been cutting Spell Pierce just because well, it's weird because they can play around Pierce with Coco if they get to 6 mana, but also if they're time walking themselves twice, you're kind of fine with that. And I've thought about bringing in like Stroke or Negate instead, but I don't know. I'm not sure what counterspells I should have in my deck in this matchup, if any. So like this is 60 with all of the red removal and the only counterspell being Make Disappear because it hits their creatures. But I don't know if I want like just Spell Pierce as like a tempo play. Yeah, Stroke is pretty awful. These ones I think are more reasonable. But I guess in that same vein, Negate pretty much only hits the same thing that Stroke hits, right? So like if anything, I'd rather just have a Pierce for mana efficiency. What's the plan versus Containment Priest and or Grafdigger's Cage? Well, Priest you don't care about. You have a million ways to kill Priest. Cage is a little bit harder. Oh wait, no, Cage doesn't stop creativity, right? Because these X's and Exiles? No, reveals cards. Yeah, no, this Exiles. Cage does not stop this deck. Yeah. Probably gonna play around Pierce a little. Maybe, I mean, I could have, like, 1 Pierce just to keep him honest. Like, over the secrets, maybe. Try that. Yeah, creativity can also kill those cards. The new creature cage does. Yeah, that's true. That is true. It stops them from entering from exile, right? Dan's fucking cracked. Luca, Bruno, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate you, buddy. 16 months, excuse me. I read that wrong. Thank you for the 16 months. Get some Doom hypes in the chat. This hand's like... I don't think it gets better than this hand. Okay. Do I want to spend a volley on that? Spending a volley on this is kind of awkward if they play the 2-4, but I really want to use my mana. Because I want to be able to go spell here. Yeah, I don't really have a good turn 3 play. I think let's wait a little bit. I'm not sure if that's right. Because if they play the 2-4, I'm just going to let them have this and kill the 2-4. The 2-4 is way more relevant. And then if they play the 3-3, I can just take 2, impulse, and then untap, volley the 2-4, then impulse the 3-3. So, I think this is fine. I'll just take 2. And then I'll just untap and get all this shit. Probably do it main phase, too. I'd love to find another removal spell here. Just perfect. Just perfect. Alright, your turn. They're playing Radiant Fountain? Okay, that one's a little sus. Alright, resolves. Pretty happy they're main phasing this, because now I can just use my mana, and then untap and big score. Ooh. How about that one? Maybe killing that was bad. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll put that. The Radiant Fountain. Yeah, they also have, like, a lot of double whites, too. Yeah, that's fine. Even if I hit a counterspell off a big score, I still wouldn't use my treasures to counter this. Oh, but I would have gotten massively punished. Okay, I should have done it in response, because they could have hit Redain. Yeah, I need to do it in response. Because they could have hit Redain. Yeah, I fucked up, but... Nothing really mattered at all. Nothing really mattered at all. I mean, this matchup is, like, as close to a bye as you can possibly get. I don't think you can... Like, you have to try really hard to lose to Angels with this deck. It is, like, it's comically easy. It was truly a marvel of software development? Yeah, I know, right? Alright, now we get to play Magic. Well, we're not really playing that much Magic against Lotus Fields, so... That was a sick match. It's spamming M. Classic M spammers. Guess I should have played the Mutavault there, technically, but... I can actually crack the clue here, hold on. Yeah, I can crack the clue. Because I don't actually need this clue. As long as I go big score into creativity, it's still lethal. So the clue is irrelevant. I'm trying to find a counterspell. I think this matchup is pretty rough. I guess you could make it better by just playing more counterspells, but I'm not even sure that matters that much. I'm just going to goldfish me. A decent amount of counterspells in the sideboard, but still probably not enough. Like, we bring in 3 Dispute, 2 Negate, and a Stroke. We cut the removal spells, but... So, post-board, you have 3 Negate, 3 Dispute, 2 Negate, Stroke, 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Make Disappear. Which is a lot, but... I'm not sure if it's enough. Also, like, the soft counter magic is kind of mid against them. That Goldfish let Bad Lotus through a counterspell. Yeah. I think the Minor Misstep will be good in Pioneer, a Pioneer of low cost 1 priority. Minor Misstep is really only good on the play. And, like, I can imagine... So, the spot where... The reason it's good is it's a card it's a card that answers both Llanowar Elves and Thoughtseize. And there's not a lot of cards that do that. But there's not a lot of decks in Pioneer that play both 1-drops and Thoughtseize. So, it's like... How much are you really getting out of that anyways? Oh, do they have Besage You? So I guess they're not actually dead, because they can Besage You to buy themselves a turn. Wait, no. If I just Sokenzan, they can't Besage You, right? Yeah, they can't Besage You with Sokenzan token, so I'm just going to do that. They could have Otawara, but they usually play more Besage Yus than Otawaras. And I can't give them the turn. I have to go for it. This plays around Beseiju. Creativity playing Mutavault now. Yeah, it is. It is. Sodek had 3. I only have 2. I cut it down to 2 because I think 3 was a little bit too much. But the Mutavaults have been nice. I like. It's a nice addition. Yeah, I'm not even sure it's that good in Modern. It's like sideboard card at best in Modern, I think. All right, they just had nothing. I guess they can Otawara the Worm, which is better if they have Otawara. This beats Beseiju. Does not beat Otawara, though. Okay. I mean, show me. Hey. Hold. 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 Oh my god. Stop. Just don't find it, please. Stop. Stop casting cantrips. I can't take this. They're seeing so many cards. Big Scorlanos lose to Otawara. Yeah, no, I get that, right? But it's like they have more copies of Beseiju in their deck than Otawara. I think. Oh my god, stop. Stop it. Just die. Yes. Let's go. Alright, good, good, good. Winning game 1 is huge. Winning game 1 is so massive, because you just have a bunch of bricks game 1. And then you get to board all these counter spells. Although I'm still a card short, which is kind of awkward. And that's keeping in the Typhoons, which are not great. I have to keep in 3 of these cards. Is it really just 3 Typhoons? I mean, everything else is a brick, right? I don't understand why they didn't tap by Worldspine Wurm. No, Vizier only untaps a permanent. Does not tap a permanent. The cycling only untaps. I guess I could board in Volley for Leer. Maybe like 2 Volley, 1 Shark. I could also keep in removal for Hope Tender, yeah. They also might have Baral. Well, Volley covers Baral and Leer, but it does not cover Hope Tender. Which creature do you think they're more likely to have in their deck post-board? I mean, they always have Leer, right? They never cut that card. Hope Tender is 2/2 for 2. You can colorless tap it to untap 1 target land, or you can colorless tap exert it to untap 2 lands. Yeah, I think I agree with Otter. Volley being able to hit Leer is probably more important. So we'll do like 2 Volley, 1 Shark, I think. That's fine. Roll spell that kills Vizier and Tender. Well, that would be Fiery Impulse, but... I mean, I can't mull this, right? I don't think so. If I could be real enough... I think I'm just playing that. I want to be able to have 4 mana untapped on turn 4 guaranteed. And I mean, my hand's fine. I don't really think I need to... well, I could have disputed that. Not that I would, but... Okay. Would love to find a blue source here. That would be massive. So I can, like, double counterspell on a turn. Okay. No, he's good, yeah. He plays a ton of Lotus Field. There's the blue source. Ding, ding, ding. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Probably, yeah. Nothing? I like that. Question is, do I cast my big score this turn into their potential counterspell? I'm not even sure they usually play counterspells. I'm just going to get rid of Spell Pierce. Maybe the second Dispute's worse. Not sure about that. Okay. So I could go for it. Ah, man. Going for it's bad against both Otawara and Beseiju. I don't think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm just going to hold up my mana. I don't think I can go for it there. I mean, I have a shit ton of counterspells in my hand, too, so I think we're fine. Yeah, I think I should have maybe kept Spell Pierce. So I had the out of going, like, disappear, disappear, Spell Pierce. I'm firing off counterspells on literally anything they play this turn, I think. Don't they still play Thought Distortion? True. Very, very true. But they probably have less copies of Distortion than they do Beseiju / Otawara. Like, I don't think they don't have 4 Distortions or anything, right? Okay, they're not playing a spell. Kind of sad. But now I can play around Beseiju. I can't play around Otawara. I think I'm still just going to wait, though. Okay. God, this is so tough. I realistically play around. I mean, the issue with going for it now is if they have Otawara, I then can't go for the combo again because the worm's stuck in my hand. I think I'm going to hold. I just have so much counter magic. I think this holding pattern is fine. Honestly, maybe I should have attacked him with Mutavault. That might have been a good play. Yeah, I think maybe attack with Mutavault could have been good. What else do you need to go for it? Them to tap literally any mana. Because I have Boseiju beat, I just can't beat Otawara. So if they tap literally anything, I'm just going to fire off a counterspell. You know what I mean? So, like, now they just lose. Well, that's not true. I could draw one of the creatures, but... Please don't draw a creature. Thank you. Actually going to target these two. Every day feels like a hurricane. Easy clap. Yeah, simply just don't draw the worm. Yeah, I think we can afford to go for it there. Like, they're eventually going to play a spell, right? I don't know. Maybe they just don't. But also, if they're just doing nothing the whole game, maybe I'm okay with that. Like, as long as I have 4 counterspells in my hand. I mean, the disaster is Thought Distortion, right? If they have that card in their deck, and I sit there and did say it was a bad matchup, we did just beat it last round, assuming that that's what they're playing. Well, I mean, can't mull the sand. Game 1, you just have to pray. Like, you have so many bad cards that you just have to keep hands that have these 2 cards in them. I tried the Lotus Field control deck. I actually played it for a Dodo deck this past Thursday, and did not win a lot of matches. Alright, definitely going to hold up Spell Pierce in turn 1. I will snap off a Spell Pierce on a Sylvan Scrying. Chillin'. Yeah, this is the Worldspine Wurm version. I think I'm not going to pierce that. I really just need to find a land here. If it was a scrying, maybe I would pierce it, but I think just generic cantrip. I'm not going to pierce. If I had a third land, I think piercing there is fine, but I cannot afford to miss a land drop this game. All right, we just got to hold. Hopefully the Spell Pierce buys me 2 turns. Something tells me it's not going to. You never know. What's up, Raptor? 6 cards in hand. This is what Spike put in his title, his YouTube title. Or not title, but description. He just knew. He just had a feeling that I was going to open it, having the fire side by side. They're just looking, they're staring into your soul. All right. You got me. Ooh. How about 3 eyes? Does that look even more cool? Stare. Is that Doctor Strange? What's the evil Reed Duke card? I don't even know what that is. Pour over the pages, huh? With a mana floating. Sure can't spell pierce that one. I feel dead. Maybe I can spell pierce whatever this is. Probably not. The guy with 2 red eyes looking evil. I don't know if I know that one. I mean, if I saw it, I'd probably understand, but... Okay. That resolves. What are they getting with this? Probably Hidden Strings? So 3, 6, 9, 10. Maybe they natty drew Omniscience? Can pierce that. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Played against Angels round 1, and then Lotus Field round 2. Lotus Field also round 3. Maybe they drew all 3 of their ultimatum targets? Highly unlikely. I mean, if they're thinking, that means maybe it's awkward for them, but... Maybe, depending if they drew one of their ultimatum targets, maybe I can, like, put myself in a position where Spell Pierce maybe does something. Probably not, though. I guess if they Leer, I can kill the Leer with Prophecy Impulse? Omniscience Pour Petition. Right. Give them Pour Petition, I guess. I have to assume I'm dead. Who knows? Sometimes they brick. Okay. It's the worst part about playing against this deck is you just kind of have to sit here, because they do brick sometimes. Not very often. It's like, 0.05% chance, but... And again, if they go for Leer, I at least have Leer covered. Kind of. This is game 1. Well, you would hope it's game 1. I feel like if you look at my hand, you can probably tell which game it is. Go. No, I did not board in Fire Prophecy against Lotus Field. All good. I mean, again, they're tanking. It's gotta be a good sign. I don't see how they can... I don't really know how they can brick from here. I don't understand the Lotus deck very well. I just kind of, like, let them do their thing, and then they just tell me when I'm dead. Just fire off a counter spell whenever you can. If there is a spell that you are able to counter, it doesn't matter what it is, just counter it. Weekly ban announcements mode started. Lotus Field wouldn't last long. Maybe, yeah. I remember that was, like, a wild time, too. You would just wake up one Monday, and you would just not... Like, week to week, you would have no idea what they were going to do. Run that clock down, I guess. Well, I mean, again, we have Leer covered. Yeah, it really is. There's not a lot of... There's really no, like, meaningful points of interaction, you know? Like I was saying, if you have a counterspell and they put a spell on the stack, you should probably counter it 90% of the time. It's not really any nuance as to what should I hold my counterspell for or anything. Just getting a second ultimatum. Didn't get it right the first time? Okay, sure. Are they really getting Otawara and passing? They searched for Otawara and now they're casting ultimatum. I don't get it. Okay. I'm confused. Why did they scrying for Otawara? What am I missing? Canister, thank you for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you. The canny looters. Later on be killing Leer. But they don't have mana to replay Leer, right? I guess if I give them Leer plus Pour... Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Because now if I kill the Leer, like if I give them Leer Pour, they get to untap mana, Leer activate Otawara, then replay Leer. And if I give them Leer Omniscience, then... Yeah, same thing. I think I'm actually not going to give them Leer... Just hope they don't have it. I mean, like I said, I'm like 99% dead anyways. I'm going to click Yield until next end step and see if I die. Well, they already gone through... I don't know how many petitions they play, but they've already gone through 2 petitions. Corey, thank you for the raid as well. Thank you for all the raids. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Hope you had good streams. Welcome. We are currently 2-0 in the Pioneer Challenge. Game 1. Probably going to lose this game, but... Yeah, they have 2 petitions in Grave, so I don't know if that means they just don't have any petitions left. Probably does. Good budget decks in Pioneer. Kind of depends on your budget. But I would classify the mono white deck mostly as a budget deck. Austin top 4 of the Modern Chilling, quick fashion, have a good stream. Well, congrats on the top 4, Corey. We beat Lotus Field last round. It is a bad matchup for this deck, but let's see if we can enact our sideboard plan. Which is essentially just cut a bunch of cards that have no text. And bring in cards that do have text. So, what else did we cut last time? I think we cut Typhoon and boarded in 2 Volley for Leer, which I liked. I think I like that. Mono Blue Spirits. Yeah, also a reasonably cheap deck, yeah. I think the Spirit cards are getting a little expensive, right? Like Ascendant Spirit. Snow-covered Islands are, like, laughably more than they probably should be. I don't know how much Facial Saving is, but... How was the draft? This draft deck, This deck is not so good. We did win a match somehow, but... We tried the draft Storm. I mean, we have 1 High Tide, 4 Cloud Fairies, and we do have Stroke of Genius, and this card has been insane for us, but... The rest of this deck just kind of didn't come together. We needed, like, more Frantic Searches, and less Mace Tail Histrodons. Stolen Vitality. Let me look at it. Stolen Vitality. Oh, okay. Because it kind of looks like Reduke. Alright, I'm with you. I see the resemblance. Not like 100%, but I see where you're going with that. No counterspells is kind of rough, but Impulse into Fable means we can find counterspells. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I know they bring in Distortion. Not a lot I can do about Distortion, but... creativity, please. Ooh, big score or negate. It's actually kind of close. I mean, if I'm going to play Fable next turn, there's not really a ton of reason to hold up negate here. And I feel like the plan is just churn and go Fable into big score, but it's really close. I mean, I don't necessarily need the big score, because I can just go Fable, and then next turn attack, and I have 2 for the creativity. But it is nice that big score lets me dig. Yeah, I'm actually just going to take big score, I think. Maybe that's wrong. Spoiled Sleeper, multiple people messaged me saying it looked like me. Bald guy representation. Yeah, just everything that doesn't have hair looks like Boland. Confirmed. Noted. What about the lol emote? Does that one also look like you? Saw Reed drafting it once. Reed is required to always take that card when he sees it in a pack. I thought playing a Lotus Field here is good for me. Get rid of these Spikefield hazards. It is not a creativity. Awakening looks at more cards than big score. Yeah, that's true. We could just cast Awakening here. It's a good point, because we're going to flip Fable next turn. So we have, even if we use the treasure, we still have land plus 2 tokens here, or 2 of these, to target with creativity. So it might just be better to cast Awakening. Because we could, like, if they played a spell, we could even go Awakening into Counterspell here. Right? Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to ship my whole hand, I think. And big score into Awakening. Yeah, I guess we could do that too. Maybe that was better. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Oh wait, that's horrible, because the other Awakening is on the bottom, right? That's really bad. I can hardcast the Xenagos? Problem is, what if they counter it? Counter it, I'd have Make Disappear up, but it does set me up for next turn. Is that better than just creativity for a worm, though? I guess if they have another Otawara, they bounce the worm, it's better. Like, I'd rather just have the Xenagos in play. Reflection does the same thing. What do you mean? I was going to haste the Reflection to get in more damage. Right? Makes a 15 haste that would kill them next turn. Well, the Reflection doesn't have haste, right? Well, okay, the nice thing about doing it this way is next turn I can actually... Yeah, whatever. Well, I can't count it anyways, but... So, next turn what I can do is I can creativity the worm into play, target the worm with Xenagos, and then if they bounce the worm with Otawara, I can respond, copy the worm, and then I can attack them for 15, right? So this line actually plays around Otawara too, which is nice. I mean, I guess they would just Otawara the Xenagos at that point, but then if they did that, I could still copy it, so... But I can't copy the 15-15 that turn, because the Reflection just came into play. They Otawara in combat. Oh, yeah, sure. Right, they would wait for me to go to combat. I guess that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Why do you bring in Volley? Because they have Leer. I mean, it's Rending Volley or Shark Typhoon, and Shark Typhoon is also kind of embarrassing against them. Okay. Count on them punting. I don't know about that. If they Otawara in combat, you keep 3 5/5s. Yeah, well, the point is they get an extra turn regardless. Like, the whole point is they don't die that turn, because that's all that really matters. Like, if they get an extra turn, they're probably going to kill me. I don't think I can win this game if I don't kill them next turn. Like, hopefully this can buy me a turn. I'm assuming it can. Maybe it can't. Well, no, it can, right? Yeah, this should be fine. Because they can go, like, copy, cast strings, and then they'd be tapped out. So they probably won't do that. Well, maybe they are. Copy's fine, so I think they're just dead. Yep. Alright, cool. Game 3, let's go. Unless we draw the fucking worm. Please don't draw the worm. Dear God, please don't draw the worm. I think, not my worst matchup, but it's bad. I think Blue-White's probably worse. I'm gonna style on him, too. Oh, it turns on Xenagos too? Let's go. Love turning on Xenagos. Freagasm. Minus 39, huh? Nice. Yeah, maximum psychic damage. Minus 39, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want this Shark Typhoon, but everything else is bad. I could play the third volley if I wanted to. Making you want to play this game. You just got a style on him, you know? What do we think? Third? Oh, yeah, it's the sub song, by the way. Third volley or one Shark Typhoon? Yeah, sure, we can do that, Raptor. What does volley hit? It hits Lear. That's it, though. I think the one Shark is probably fine. Well, the thing is, I don't think you can afford to bring in Horror, as I think you are required to try and combo kill them. Like, you can't risk not being able to hit Xenagos Wurm. I think so. Maybe, like, Xenagos Horror, but it seems kind of mid. And Horror's still not even that good against Otawara, because you can't bounce their Otawara trigger or activation, right? Welcome to the family. Ooh, this hand fucking blows. I mean, it has Awakening and Counterspell. Maybe it's good enough? Although Make Disappear is a lot worse than the draw, because I can't counter their turn 2 Sylvan Scrying. I think I'd rather just go to 6. Better. Not a ton better, but better. It went to 5. We all have emptiness inside. Yeah, the song's really good. Like the Counterspell. I mean, I do too, but like, if it was Spell Pierce, I think I'm more likely to keep that hand if it's Spell Pierce, because I can actually counter a Sylvan Scrying on turn 2 on the draw. But the fact that I'm on the draw, if I was in the play, hand's more reasonable as well. But I can't counter a turn 2 Scrying. So, like, I only want to keep a hand like that if I have that ability, and then otherwise I'm just looking for, you know, the turn 3 kills, or turn 5 kills, excuse me. Like, more impactful cards, if that makes sense. My life total is completely irrelevant. I'm gonna try and bluff. I guess playing Canal is technically better, but maybe this is too hard of a bluff. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Impulse. Impulsin. They do kind of sound similar. I buy that. Feelings are sure. I'm gonna tell my kids this was hard evidence. Pioneer's hard evidence. Ooh. Good card. Definitely a good card. They may counter this, but... Maybe I'm dead. I can't not play the Fable there. I don't think. I guess the only other line would be, like, Cycle Clue and try to hit Pierce or Dispute, but like that's kind of mid. He does kind of sound like Phil, yeah. I think they've covered some Pantera songs before, too, on their records. Yeah, I've heard some covers. Okay. They can't copy this turn, which is nice. I like that. Okay, let's get rid of Awakening plus Pathway. Let's go to combat. Guess we could play Mutavault this turn. We have enough tokens that we can big score and try to hit a counterspell. One colorless. We didn't have lethal this turn. We can only do it for 1. I mean, I guess I could have creativity for 1, but didn't think I liked that. Got 5th. 5th kind of feels bad, man. Just gonna pass. Maybe main phase big score there. Maybe that's better. All good, all good, all good. Just do it now and pray. No, because I can big score to a counterspell. Is the creativity that good? I think it's really good. I think your matchup against green is... You have, like, a very good matchup against green and a very good matchup against angels. And I think Rakdos is slightly favorable, too. I would probably say it's closer to, like, 60-40. I felt pretty good against Rakdos, especially post-board, when you just get to go up to 4 Shark Typhoons. So, like, post-board, you just go 4 Shark Typhoon, 3 Horror, and you, like, cut most of your creativities. So your sideboard playing against Rakdos is just, like, become an Is It ramp deck, which is good. So I've been a huge fan of it. You have, like, all the best... You have all good interaction. I think it's great. What's up, Academy? You brought up the combo against Rakdos? Yeah, so what you do is, against Rakdos, you trim 2 creativity, the Xenagos, the Worldspine Wurm, and then some of the soft counter magic, and you just bring in... You go up to 4 Shark Typhoons, 3 Hullbreakers. You keep all of the big scores because you want to ramp into Hullbreaker. But, yeah, you just become like this... You just go over the top of them. Sideboard Hermit? Well, you can't Hermit because of creativity, right? If you're cool with creativity into Malevolent Hermit, then yeah, I'm down. If you had a sideboard plan that you would cut all of your creativities, you could justify it, but that's just too much space. And even against blue-white, I still keep... Same thing, I keep in 2 creativity against blue-white. Nice aardvark. Am I dead? I hope I'm not dead. Simply just don't hit it off creativity. Okay. So they're holding up Otawara, most likely. Let's see if they counter this. I think I'm just going to keep the Rending Volley in hand. I have enough mana. That's not great. So, question is, do we want to go for it? So, what happens if they have Otawara? It's pretty bad, right? But even if they have Otawara, I still have Dispute up. X equals 3. Why would I do X equals 3? Player on Boseiju. So I could target, like, Shaman, Reflection, Clue, and keep all the treasures. Because I want to keep up Hardcast Dispute. So that I can maybe dispute something on their turn. The other thing is, though, I kind of want to keep both of these in play. So that even if they Otawara the Worm, then I still have, like, some stuff left over, right? You know what I mean? So what if I just did... I should have played Mutavault, actually. What if I did... What if I go sack treasure, X equals 3, target Shaman, Clue, Treasure, and then I have 1 mana Dispute up? No, I want to keep the Reflection. I guess if I target the Goblin token, then that makes the Reflection worse. But if I do it for 2 and they have Boseiju, it's pretty bad. It's actually a fucking disaster if they have Boseiju, because then they can also copy the Lotus Field. But I can't really afford to go Shields down and Dispute here. Well, if I target the Reflection and go to copy the Worm, they still just bounce the Worm, right? It's the same thing. Okay, I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do X equals 3 and just target the Shaman token. I think that's fine. And that plays around Boseiju. And that still leaves me with Dispute up. Well, 1 mana Dispute, which most of their cards are blue anyways. Alright, combat. I guess they could also bounce the Xenagos, but... Alright, gonna get Otawara, but again, they Otawara mean they can't copy Lotus Field, so it's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but... So the next turn we can go... Oh, well... I mean, I guess that works too, sure. I just assume they had something. Okay. Sure, I guess. Okay. I can see that being really good. I think the Here's great. Lost myself, fall in love. Alright. Last deck scene from our opponent was mono green. His hand's not perfect because we don't have a removal spell on turn 1, but we have counterspell into Fable into Big Score, so I can't mull this for sure. Lost finals of PPTQ today, big Sag. You'll get him next time, groupie. You'll get him next time. So I can go removal spell on 1 and then tap land on 2. It's got to be better, right? I think. It is kind of awkward that this is not an untap land. If they play Karn, I kind of just lose. Okay, perfect. Good that I ripped it on tap land, because now we can just go counter card on tap, play Fable. I think I'm just countering anything here, because I'm using my mana next turn on Fable. But we have to hope they don't have Karn. We also need an untap land. Hopefully they just play like a Cav or something. Okay, that's fine. I can beat that. 1 card in hand? We're chilling. So I'm gonna draw an untap land. I might discard the Impulse, I think. Okay, I guess that's also fine. It's actually probably more relevant to attack them. So let's go play tap land. Question is, do I kill the elf now? If I kill the elf and they have... Yeah, no, I think I kill the elf now. Right? Just put back the Big Score. Okay, perfect. So now, even if they have land Karn, they can't activate the Stone Brain. Yeah, that's fine. Worm on top. Yeah, if we draw Worm or Xenagos, then it sucks, but otherwise they're dead. Why do you have to speak that into existence? You know? Oath of Nisa. Dress down already in play. If you crew hearse, does it die similar to Saga tokens? I think so, but I'm not 100% positive. I want to say yes. Revealed Karn would have been good if they cast that this turn. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it does. Alright, dear God, do not draw a combo piece. Easy. Easy. Too easy. You are dead. F6. Thought I F6'd. Let's go. This matchup is also very, very good. Okay, so against mono green, you want these 3 counter spells. Shark Typhoon's bad. So I'm actually 1 card off. I think I was cutting the secrets before. Yeah, I was cutting the secrets before. Everything else is good. You want to keep Spell Pierce. You want as many answers to Karn as humanly possible. Dispute's worse on the draw. I would actually consider bringing in Dispute on the play, but why is my playlist so based? I could type exclamation point playlist. Sand does have big score creativity. Does not have a removal spell for an elf, nor does it have a counter spell. I feel like this hand's close. Maybe it shouldn't be, though. Maybe I should just snap keep this. What do we think, chat? What do you think about this hand? I'm leaning towards keep, but I think it's close. Hellific and green kill on 4/5. They've already mulliganed to 6, but it's really close. I think my instinct was keep. I'm going to keep this. I think it's close, but... And this hand, like... the thing about this matchup, too, is the only card that you're super scared of is Karn. You know? Like, that is Karn for Stonebrain is how you lose, but as long as they don't have Karn, this hand's, like, not actually that bad. Okay, would have been nice to find that last turn. I'm going to represent Spell Pierce. Not that they would play around Spell Pierce, but... F. F, F, F. Why is Karn so scary? You'll see in a second. That's why. Elephant up, they don't have a land. I could also kill Elf and rip Spell Pierce, which buys me a turn. Alright, no land, please. Oh, they just Karn for a land, right? Yeah. They just Karn for a land. Yeah. Is there any chance I can win? They're on 4 cards. Maybe? Just debating if I want to show them my deck. Seems incredibly unlikely that I win this game, right? I don't know. I mean, my list isn't special, so whatever, you can have it. Well, it's game 2. They already know my deck anyways. But I'm just saying, like, sideboard plans and stuff, but... I have to kill Karn this turn. As much as I want to play Fable, right? I guess I could just try to kill Karn next turn. It's bad if they have a follow-up. But I think I just have to maybe get this Fable into play. It's Sokenzan. Could Sokenzan too. It's better use of my mana. Probably fine, yeah. And then if I draw a 2-mana counterspell, I can go land, Fable, hold up counterspell. I mean, if somehow their hand is all air, maybe we can win this game. I mean, I could hardcast Xenagos, but at that point, I think they're better off just naming creativity. Because, like, they also don't know that I didn't just board into a different creature, right? Like, what if they name Xenagos? Or, yeah, what if they name Xenagos and I just have Hullbreaker Horror, you know? It's like... Tomb is now playing Spirits versus Green. This is a really bad Spirits deck. Turns out they didn't have nothing. Alright, we'll just go to the next one. Off it. Don't want you back. Sideboard's still the same. Stream deck are actually down. Hold, please. Should be good now. Songman is angry. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Okay, better hand on the play. Do we have removal spell into Impulse? And I have creativity. We just have to find either Fire Prophecy or Valakut Awakening. So I have 5 ways to bottom this. Okay, question. Is this 6 good? Like, do you think this is better than the average 6? It's a pretty good 6, right? It's removal spell into impulse. Maybe we can find a Fable. Yeah, we could hardcast Xenagos. I'm gonna keep this. I'm not sure if that's right. It's worse than a 6 because you have the guy in hand, though. Yeah, but like I can hardcast this, I can find Fire Prophecy. Like there's plenty of things I can do to fix that. Maybe not plenty, but okay. Not sure if I should fight over mana this game. If they play Haven, I'll probably just let it resolve an impulse and then try to fight over Karn. Yeah, I'm gonna let that happen. I think we take big score. Let me go make... Ooh, okay. That was a really good draw step. That is a very good draw step. So I think if they don't play Karn this turn, I might just put back Make Disappear and Xenagos. Keep big score creativity. Might Exiles, yeah. So they can might the Xenagos. Obviously, if they play Karn, I have to cast Make Disappear. Okay, that's fine. We counter this is the question. They have 3 cards. This gives them enough mana next turn to be able to go Karn and Stonebrain and activate. Well, the issue with playing this as a tap land is I have the Xenagos in my hand, so I need to be able to put the Xenagos in the bottom, right? I think I have to cast the Awakening. 3, 4, 5. So this is 3. Minus 2 is 1, plus 5 is 6, plus 1 is 7. They need a land. If they have a land, they have 8 mana. I think I'm going to let this go, though, and just cast the Awakening. Yeah, I'm just going to cast the Awakening. I think this is better. Keeping big score and creativity. That's basically perfect. Well, not exactly perfect, because Spell Pierce I'd rather have like a Disdainful Stroke or something, but it's pretty close. Keep the counter in hand? Maybe. Didn't it win the challenge last week, too? Thoughts on Lotus Field combo and Pioneer? I think it's very good. Oh, God. Second Nykthos. Wait, that's actually fine, right? No, because if they hit Karn land... So, God, I'm in a weird spot. I can big score into Spell Pierce. So here's my issue with big score into Spell Pierce. They pay, hit Karn, kill my treasure, and then I can't kill them next turn anyways. I have to let this go. Yeah, they could also hit Kiora too. Although Nykthos wouldn't do it. If they hit Karn Nykthos, that's not good enough. Should have been a good time guess. Why didn't they make more mana? Well, I think they're trying to hit like green pips to make more mana. Okay. Have they played a land this turn? They played Nykthos, right? So there's they could find Karn off of this. That'd be bad. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. Okay. 5 devotion? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 devotion. Okay. I think their last card's not Karn. It's not enough to storm. Just have the storm in hand. So now if they hit Karn Nykthos or Karn Kiora, does Karn matter? Well, if they hit Karn and a way to untap Nykthos, they can Stonebrain me. Karn itself doesn't matter, but Karn plus second Nykthos kills me. If it's just like Karn plus Forest, then that's fine. I could beat that, but... Okay. Second Kiora. God. 2 cards too. Hit Nykthos. Fuck, man. Fuck. Maybe I'm supposed to pierce the first storm? I don't know. I'm kind of fucked either way, right? So, I can't even pierce this, because if I pierce this, they just make Nykthos mana pay and then still have a shit ton of mana floating. So, I mean, I'm just dead, right? Like, yeah, they can also now survive the 30-30. Fuck, man. I mean, I guess they're somehow still not hitting Karn, but I don't think it matters. It's a good matchup, too. Their draw was just way too good. This is probably your best matchup, to be honest. But not when they do shit like this. Bruh. Bruh. Alright, you went